equivalent mass of acid, bases and salts. So supposing I'm looking at an acid, you'll find out the molecular weight upon basicity. Basicity means you remember dibasic, tribasic acids. So if I have HCl gives one hydrogen, monobasic. If it is H2SO4 gives two hydrogen, so dibasic. H3PO4 gives three hydrogen, so it is tribasic. So first I'll find out the molecular weight of this divided by 1. In this case molecular weight divided by 2. Molecular weight divided by 3. So molecular weight upon basicity. Like in case of H2SO4, its molecular weight is 98. I hope you know how to find the molecular weight. H2SO4, 2 for hydrogen, plus 32 is atomic weight of sulfur, plus 16 into 4 for oxygen, 64. So it becomes 98. So molecular weight divided by its basicity, which is 2, becomes 49. So equivalent weight of sulfuric acid is 49. Similarly for HCl, I'll first find out the molecular weight. 1 plus 35.5, which is 36.5, divided by 1 because its basicity is 1. So it is 36.5. For any acid, molecular weight upon basicity. Now if I am looking at, say, bases, molecular weight upon acidity. So again NaOH, one OH is released from here. So 40 is the molecular weight of sodium hydroxide divided by 1. Calcium hydroxide's molecular weight is 74. Acidity is 2. So I'll divide it with 2 and get the answer as 37 here. For a salt, again we'll find out the molecular weight. Calcium carbonate's molecular weight is 100 if I calculate. And its valency, calcium's valency is 2, carbonate's valency is 2, so I'm dividing by 2. In case of Na2CO3, molecular weight is coming as 106, divided by 2, that is the higher valency. Sodium is 1, carbonate is 2, so I'll have to divide by 2. If I have radicals, supposing I'm saying find the equivalent weight of carbonate ion. So you will first again find out the molecular weight of carbonate, which will be, I'll say 12 plus 16 into 3 is 48, is coming as 60. Divided by 2 because its valency is 2, so divided by 2 becomes 30. So carbonate's equivalent mass or equivalent weight is 30. Similarly, you can find out equivalent weight for, say, sulfate 2 minus. Again find the molecular weight, divide by 2. So for any radical, again we can find the equivalent mass by dividing with its valency. So chloride minus, I'll say 35.5 divided by 1. So it becomes 35.5. Now come back to this. It says double decomposition reaction. If you remember, double decomposition reaction was when two salts combine with each other, give two new salts, out of which one is insoluble. So I have taken two salts here, calcium carbonate, sodium chloride. So sodium chloride, calcium carbonate, balance the equation. You have this as a precipitate, so we will say this is precipitation reaction, which is a part of double decomposition reaction. So now, when I want to find out the equivalent mass, formula is that the weight of one and the weight of second, weight of one upon weight of the second is equal to equivalent weight of this one upon equivalent weight of the second. So whatever two substances have been given to you in the question, you will look at those substances. Weight of the first one upon weight of the second one is equal to equivalent weight of the first one upon equivalent weight of the second one. You can also split the compound into two. Sodium and carbonate. I can say equivalent mass of sodium plus equivalent mass of carbonate. Similarly here, equivalent mass of calcium plus equivalent mass of carbonate. So it depends what question has been asked. Now see the question here. 0.106 grams of sodium carbonate gave 0.1 gram of calcium carbonate. I have these two compounds. So I am using the formula weight of Na2CO3 upon calcium carbonate. is equal to equivalent mass of sodium carbonate upon equivalent mass of calcium carbonate. Find the equivalent mass of CaCO3. They have not given me equivalent mass of sodium carbonate. I can find out myself because Na2CO3 is 23 into 2. 23 is atomic mass of sodium plus 12 carbon plus 16 into 3. So this will come as 106. I am using the valency 2 here, divided by 2, it becomes 53, which I am using here. So equivalent mass of sodium carbonate taken as 53. I need to find out for calcium carbonate. So simple equation, 0.106 upon 0.1 is equal to 53 upon x. I am sure you can find out what is x. Supposing it had asked you equivalent mass of sodium, and this wasn't asked, this was asked. Find the equivalent mass of sodium. So I'll equate weight of sodium carbonate upon weight of calcium carbonate is equal to equivalent mass of sodium plus carbonate, equivalent mass of calcium plus carbonate. So these weights I know, 0.106, 0.1 is equal to this I'm finding out, so I've written x plus carbonate. I just told you how to find out for carbonate. So first the weight of carbonate, I'll find out this weight, which was coming as 60 divided by 2. So I've written here 30. Equivalent mass of calcium. Atomic weight of calcium is 40 and valency of calcium is 2. So divided by 2, it becomes 20. So I've substituted 20 here, 30 for this, 30 for this. So in this formula, 0.106 upon 0.1 is equal to x plus equivalent mass of carbonate was coming as 30 upon mass of equivalent mass of calcium is 20 plus this is 30. Again, by simple equation, find out the value of x. Now see another method which says metal displacement method. Now metal displacement means zinc plus ferrous sulfate gives zinc sulfate plus iron. So zinc has displaced iron. So we are looking at two metals here, zinc and iron. So mass of metal A upon mass of metal B, A and B, is equal to equivalent mass of A upon equivalent mass of B. Very, very simple. So now the question says 1.296 grams of silver was displaced by 0.382 grams of copper. Calculate the equivalent mass of copper. Atomic mass of silver is also given 108. So in the question, I have mass of silver, I have mass of copper. Equivalent mass of silver I require. So atomic weight is 108 divided by valency becomes 108. Silver's valency is 1. So it is 108. I am just substituting the values directly in this formula. So weight of silver, weight of copper, 108 is an equivalent mass of silver. This I want to find out. So just by a simple equation I can find out the value for x, which is coming as 31.83.